everybody. What is up? How y'all doing? You guys hanging with me? I hope so. Just remember, math is a language, and if you don't practice it, you can't learn it. There's too many rules, for one. So you got to practice and practice and practice, okay? So topic 11, we're going to put a couple things together, and you're going to be off to the races. Here we go. Number 11, this is topic 11. I want to start out with an easy one, and that's problem number 4. Should not be too tough. Should not be too tough, but let's look at it. Okay, so there's the problem. Again, we're going to be solving for A. We don't know what A is, but at the end of the problem, we're going to know. A is equal to whatever number it is it's going to be equal to. The first step here is to put a 1 in front of this A. So it's just not A, it's 1A. Now, we have to get all of the A's on the left side here, and all the numbers over here on the right. Okay? So you got I got a negative 5A over here. I know. Well, what's the opposite of negative 5A? How do we kill a negative 5A? Positive 5A, I'll do it. Positive 5A. You owe me 5A's, but you pay me 5A's. We're even. Plus 5A to that side. Plus 5A to this side. Math is fair. Life is not, by the way. Have you figured that out yet? Life is not fair. Have you figured that one out? If you haven't, I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you. But life is not fair. Math is, though, interestingly enough. Math is fair. So what's going to happen here is that these are going to cancel each other out. And all that's going to come down here is the positive 5. There it is. If I wanted to, I could put a plus in front of it. 5A plus 1A is like 5 apples plus 1 apple. And 5 apples plus 1 apple is 6 apples. 5A plus 1A is 6A. 5A plus 1A, 6A. Huh? All right. I got all the letters over to the left. Now I'm going to get all the numbers over to the right. So that plus 5 has got to go. What's the opposite of a plus 5? Think of that. Oh, I use that word opposite. What's the opposite of plus? Minus. Minus. You have $5. That's the plus 5. You spend $5. That's the negative 5. You got nothing left. You got no money left. You're out. The word we use is they cancel each other out. Bring down just the 6A. This is a weird one. 5 minus 5. Go in your calculator and go 5 minus 5. That's 0. All right. This last step, we need to get A all by itself. It's being multiplied by 6. This is 6A. This is 6 times A. Opposite of multiplication is to divide. I don't divide by a negative 6. I divide by a positive 6. Positive 6 divided by positive 6 is a positive 1. Divide the side by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1A. By the way, 0 divided by 6 is 0. Go on your calculator and go 0 divided by 6 equals, it'll be 0. Since 1A is equal to 0, then just simply A is equal to 0. My answer here on this particular problem, what does A equal to? A is equal to 0. Okay? Don't be afraid of 0 for an answer. It's a good answer. All right? A is 0 here. All right. All the letters to the left, all the numbers to the right. All right. Practice, practice. All right, let's do another one. Let's do 7. 7 is not too much harder. and that means it's good practice. 7, 5p all right. So all of the p's, in this case, they're not x's, they're p's, go to the left. All the numbers to the right, just like before in the last one. We don't know what p is. We don't know what p is equal to, but we're going to know in a few minutes. P. Okay? So, opposite of positive 8p is a negative 8p. Both sides, get it? Both sides. These p's are gone. You have 8p, you spend 8p. You're out of p's. Bring down the plus 4. 5 minus 8. Go in your calculator. Go 5 minus 8. You'll get negative 3. So now we've done the first thing we had to do. We got all the letters to the left. Now we have to get all the numbers to the right. No worries. What's the opposite of a minus 14? No worries. Positive 14. Positive 14. Those 14s are gone. You spent 14 bucks, but someone also gave you $14. You're even. Negative 3p is what comes straight down. 4 plus 14 is a positive 18. Plus 4 plus 14. You have 4 bucks. Someone gives you 14 more, plus and plus. You're at positive 18. You're going to divide by a negative 3. If people are going to mess up on this problem, that's where they're going to mess up. They're going to try to divide by a positive 3. Nope, that's not how division works. Division, both signs need to be the same. In division, they either both need to be positive, a positive divided by another positive, or they both need to be negative, because a negative divided by another negative is also a positive 1. Yeah? 3 divided by 3 is 1, and negative divided by negative makes it a positive 1. So now we have positive 1p. 18 divided by negative 3 is that number, negative 6. So 1p is equal to negative 6, 1p is equal to negative 6, or simply p is equal to negative 6. Either one, 1p or p. But make sure you have an equal sign and it's negative 6. Because 18 divided by negative 3 was negative 6. Not positive. Let's try another one. Let's try number 10. Number 10. Number 10 looks, you look at 10 and you go, ooh, I don't know, Mr. Filer. I don't know. I mean, it kind of looks hard. Number 10, there's a lot, and yeah, don't like the looks of it. It's negative 6 times 3. Okay, so there's number 10. That looks kind of weird, kind of hard. But it's not, guys. We got to dance here. We got to go dancing, that's all. You've got a number and a parentheses, and there's no sign after the number. It just says negative 4, boom, parentheses. Negative 4, boom, there's nothing there. There's no sign. That means we're going to dance. Look here. Boom, boom. And I want to make a point here. You see, but Mr. Fido, what about the order of operations? Shouldn't we combine these two things in the parentheses first? I'd love to. The problem is we can't. What do you mean? That's the X family, and there's negative 6 of them. This is the number family, and there's negative 3 of them. So if we could combine these two things inside the parentheses, absolutely that's what we would do first. Order of operations, parentheses first. But since we can't, we go to our next best thing, the dance. Negative 4 times a negative 6. Put it in your calculator. Positive 24. Please don't leave the x off. It's still there. Negative 4 times negative 6 is a positive 24x. Negative 4 times a negative 3. Negative times negative is a positive 12. 12. Since there's no x's on the left and there's x's on the right, I'm going to just flip this problem around. And with equal sign, I don't even need to pay for it. If it was greater than or less than with the arrows, I'd have to pay for it. I'd have to flip my sign too. Here, there's nothing to flip. There's an equal sign there. Look at this. 24x plus 12 is equal to 12. Look at that, man. I just flipped them. Why'd you do that? I want my x on the left. I just took these two things and just flipped them. Now this was on the right, now it's on the left. This is on the right, now it's on the left. That's great. Now this was on the left to begin with, now it's on the right. Flip them around. Minus 12. Minus 12. We need to get all the numbers to the right. 24x equals 12 minus 12 is 0. Divide by 24. Both sides. 0 divided by 24, use your calculator. 0 divided by 24 is 0. All right. Okay, let's try another one. Let's try 14. And then I'm going to give you one to try. Remember, we want the variable or the letter on the left and all the numbers on the right. We're doing number, I don't know what I said before, but let's do number 16. We'll do number 16. I don't know if that's the number I said a second ago. All right, so we're doing number 16 from today's homework, all right? So, first thing I want to tell you about this problem is my eyeballs go right to that parentheses. Why? Order of operations. We cannot combine these though. 6 plus 5n, they're different families. They don't, it's like apples plus bananas. They don't combine. This is like 6 apples plus 5 bananas. What does that equal to? 6 apples and 5 bananas. It does not equal to 11 of anything. These are different families. There's no sign between the -8 and the parentheses. Ooh, does that mean dancing time? That's exactly what it means. We're going to dance with this -8. Boom, boom. And I do it first, just to get rid of it. -8, put it in your calculator. Go 8 negative times 6. -48. -8 times a positive 5. Go 8 negative times 5. It'll come up -40. Don't leave off the n. Still there. Come over here, drop this side down. 3n minus 5. All right, change that to red just to make it simple. Okay, we've got two sides to the problem. We've got the right side and the left side. We've got the right side and the left side, sorry. Right side over here, left side. I must be tired. It must be time to go home. All right. Right side of the equation, left side of the equation. We're going to get all of our variables to the left, all of our numbers to the right. first things first. That negative 40n, I'm going to kill it. What do you mean by that? I'm going to get rid of it. How do you do that? Well, the opposite of a negative 40n is a positive 40n. So that'll kill it? Uh-huh. It'll get rid of it. Positive 40n, both sides. Do you have to do both sides? Yeah. Whatever you do to one side over here, same thing over here. Math is fair. Gone. 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 Negative 48 is all I have left over here on the right. 40n plus 3n, and they're both positive, is that number, 43n. Bring down that negative 5, just throw it straight down. Just throw it straight down. Boom. Straight down. Okay, there's your problem. Now, all my letters are on the left. Yeah! But my numbers here are also on the left, and I need all of the numbers, just the numbers by themselves. I need those on the right. I know how to kill a negative 5. You kill it with a positive 5. That is true. These 5s are now gone. 43n equals, go on your calculator and go negative 48, and then go plus 5. 48 negative, 48, then hit the negative button, plus 5. You will get a negative 43. Divide by 43. The opposite, 43n means 43 times n. The opposite of multiply is to divide. We divide both sides by 43. Not just one by 43, both of them by 43. N equals whatever this is. Go 43 negative, divide by 43. Any number divided by itself is 1. Negative divided by a positive is negative. If you forget that, don't worry about it. Go 43 negative, then hit divide, and then put 43 in there. And it'll come up, n is equal to negative 1. All right? This is legitimate algebra, guys. This is legit. Your turn to impress me. Number 13. Let's write it down, and then let's let you take a shot at it. All right? Okay. So number 13 says negative 18 minus 6k equals 6, 1 plus. All right. This is the one I want you to try by yourself. I will tell you, I'll give you one big hint. There's a dance here, and it's the very first thing we're going to do, is we're going to go dancing with that 6. That's your hint. After that, bring all of the k's to the left, bring all the numbers to the right, and then divide the end to solve. All right, that's a lot of hints. Oh my gosh, that's a ton of hints. Too many hints, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. All right, pause, and let's try it yourself. Pause. Okay. We're back. How'd you do? Did you do the dance? Did you do the dance? 1 plus 3k, those are different families. They do not combine. If they did, we would do that. They don't. 6 times 1, 6. When we dance, we multiply. 6 times a positive 3 is that number, positive 18. Don't leave off the k. See, it's not just 6 times 3, it's 6 times 3k, 18k. Come over here. Here we're just going to bring it down. There's no dance over here. We just bring everything straight down. Do you know what our next step is? We got to bring those k's over there to the left. You got to kill a positive 18k. And there is only one way to kill a positive 18k. Do you know what it is? If you said minus 18k or negative 18k, either way, you're right. The opposite of a plus 18k is a negative 18k. That'll kill it. You have 18k's, you spend minus 18 more k's. You got no k's. You're out of k's. If you do a negative 18 to this side of the equation, if you do a negative 18 to this side over here, negative 18k, you better come over here and do a negative 18k there. Otherwise, it's not fair, and you got to be fair. Over here, these will go away. They cancel each other out. Bring that 6 straight down. Now, don't mess up on this step. Go in your calculator and go 6 and hit the negative button because you got negative 6 of these things. Then go minus 18. Or if you'd rather, you can go plus 18 negative. Either one's fine. 6 negative plus 18 negative equals 1. Or it's just 6 negative minus 18. And you'll get negative 24k. You owe me 6 k's, then you come back the next day and you want to borrow 18 more. Now you owe me 24 k's. We're almost done here. We have all the k's to the left. We just need to get all the numbers over here to the right. Plus what? How come you do plus, Mr. Filer? Because that says negative. And the only way you'll kill a negative 18 is with a positive 18. Don't you have to do the other side too? You bet. 18 to positive to both sides. These are gone. Negative 24k equals 18 plus 6, 24. Now, if you're going to mess up, this is probably where you'll mess up. So I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to make sure that we don't mess up this. There's too much work here to mess up the last step. So I'm going to erase everything up here. So what I have at the very bottom there, which I'm going to rewrite up here, negative 24k equals 24. That was my last line that I left off of way down here. What does this mean, negative 24k? It means negative 24 times k. That's what negative 24k is. The opposite of multiplication is division. Almost always the last step to these problems is divide, almost always. And here we are dividing by negative 24. We're going to divide by negative 24. Why can't you divide by a positive 24, Mr. Filer? Because a negative divided by a positive is a negative, and I don't want negative k. I want positive k. Negative divided by negative is a positive. K, because these will cancel. 24 divided by negative 24, put it in your calculator. 24 divided by 24 negative is negative 1. All right? If you got negative 1, you're legit. If you did not, don't sweat it, but do practice. In fact, practice no matter what. All right? Practice no matter what. If you got it right, practice. If you got it wrong, practice. All right? All right. Good job. We'll see you next time.